The reason, no company thinks that DEI is an economic imperative. Many of them do it. Many of them engage in this. It's a cultural imperative for them. It's a societal imperative. It may in an indirect way be an economic imperative because they're worried about the ESG score, they're worried about the corporate equality index. Okay, but this is not direct. It's not like if you put DEI as your top concern that it's going to really help your business directly. No, it's more that they're going to be financial.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets.
The next pitch to Baden Hartman is cracked out to deep left field. That ball is gone! A 3-run homer!
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good afternoon from P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia, as we get ready for American Legion Baseball area tournament action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me on the call is Martinsburg Baseball head coach Aaron Byler. Our cameraman is Dylan Bishop, and back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. First off, Coach Byler, thank you for joining us here for these 2 days of the area tournament to help us out. And today we get to see the North Berkeley Knights of Post 60 taking on the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, two teams with EPAC players that we're familiar with.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I feel like I got the call up here for the area tournament. Excited to be here. Excited for area baseball. Excited to have American Legion Area 4 baseball here at P.O. Faulkner Park for the area tournament, and looking forward to the call with you.
All right, well, it looks like we might be getting a potential early start, so let's just go right into our coaches interview now with Trip Tobin. Make sure this is turned on first before we get there. All right, Trip, your team on the verge of a possible state tournament bid and then an area championship as well, with a win today against Post 60 North Berkeley Knights. You've seen this team last week in a doubleheader. What are you hoping to see from your team today?
Well, I hope we come out quick and strike fast, and I hope it's not like that first game we played in that nail biter where we had to get that walk off. I hope our offense is clicking, and I hope we can get on the board early and get them down and hopefully keep them down. But I mean, today's goal was to certainly just the guys know that this is a must-win. If they want to go to the state tournament, for sure they got to win today, and then they have to be beat twice to not be the area champ. So the goal was to win today, and then tomorrow face the winner. If we lose today and we lose tonight, then the season's over. So somebody's going home tonight out of these three teams, and their season's going to be over. And our guys know that, and they're up in the cage right now working. And I've told them, and but the other part of it is you want them to stay loose. So we just want to play loose and play our game, and hopefully if we do that, I think we'll be okay.
You were able to finish the season off with an exclamation mark, 8 straight wins, another walk-off win for the third time this month, I believe, as well. just having that momentum carrying forward, hopefully helping today, and then Stoudemire on the mound as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to throw Stoudemire out there. He's a big game pitcher. We got a lot of guys that, Fletcher and a couple other guys that are ready to go right behind him there. It's a game we're going to get after it. I think we want to throw some velo at these guys, so we're going to try that. And if not, then we've got some other guys. Of course, everybody's available. As far as the winning streak goes, it's just been a combination of offensive prowess sometimes, and other times it's just been good baseball, stealing bases, moving guys around, and taking advantage of a mistake and sack flies, things like that. It's just been I like the tight games in regular season, not so much here in postseason.
You guys, again, get to play North Berkeley. They got a win yesterday against Potomac Valley, 4-3, a tight one for them, a kind of surprise upset victory for them as well. They're one of the local teams now, new and upcoming, trying to start a rivalry with your program. What are you excited about with that?
Oh yeah, man, I'm really excited. A lot of guys from the EPAC getting opportunities to play up in 19U baseball, and I'm just happy that this year was a positive rivalry, not toxic rivalry. Guys on the other side are either teammates, and I just didn't want the media and the adults to turn it into something nasty and things like that. And we're happy and proud of those guys for what they did yesterday, and representing the EPAC. And it could happen that two teams here from the EPAC go represent the state, but both of us have to get past one or the other and put Potomac Valley away as well. So, great team, grit on that side. They're kind of playing with nothing to lose at times, but they're fun to watch. They're an exciting team for their fans and for their coaches, and they're kind of dangerous because they kind of play with house money, but they hit, and that's their thing. They hit and they put the ball in play and they put pressure on you. You just have to hit with them and play defense, and I think if we play our game, we're going to be okay.
All right, Tripp, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
That was the coach's interview with Tripp Tobin of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, and you heard him, Aaron, say right there at the end about Post 60 of North Berkeley. They put pressure on, they can hit the ball, and that's what they did yesterday in that 4-3 win against Potomac Valley, especially in that 4-run inning. Yeah,
they had a big 4-run inning there in the third, and then I think the key to their success was just what Mason Everhart did on the mound. I mean, he went 6 innings, only gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. He only struck out 2, but he didn't walk a whole bunch of guys, and he threw the ball across the plate. And Potomac Valley continued to hit it on the ground and pop it up, which ultimately gave North Berkeley a chance to get the win, and they did.
It's a double elimination tournament. As we just said, it was North Berkeley getting the win against Potomac Valley yesterday. Potomac Valley is awaiting the loser of this one. They'll play directly after this in an elimination game. The winner of this game here at 5 o'clock will move on to the area championship game tomorrow at 5, and also automatically qualifies for the state tournament because 2 out of the 3 teams here in this area get to go down, the champion as well as the runner-up.
So those not familiar with American Legion baseball, there are 4 areas across the state. Amongst those 4 areas, they'll take a champion and a runner-up from each area, and that'll give you your 8 teams of the state tournament, which I believe starts next Tuesday.
So it looks like the managers for both teams are finished talking with today's umpire, so let's get into the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Post 60 North Berkeley Knights. Batting first at third base, number 6, Landon Pence. Batting second and playing in left field is number 42, Caden Compton. Batting third at shortstop, number 21, Noah Brown. Batting cleanup in right field, number 11, Ian Wolf. Batting fifth at first base, number 22, Mason Everhart. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 9, Peyton Girardin. Batting seventh at second base, number 13, Chris French. Batting eighth and catching, number 20, Caleb Stotler. And batting ninth for the North Berkeley Knights in center field, number 34, Gage Gano. Now for the home side, your Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Leading off and playing in left field is number 9, Connor Bailey. Batting second at shortstop, number 13, is Baden Hartman. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 20, Colin Reed. Batting fourth in right field, number 1, Cam Moore. Batting fifth at third base, number 11, Riley Bubb. Batting sixth in center field, number 8, Chase Herndon. Batting 7th at second base, number 2, Carson Buber. Batting 8th at first base, number 12, Jackson Ruest. And batting 9th, the catcher, number 4, Landon Sifford. Pitching for the Hornets is number 6, Braden Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre 1-0 this year with a 1.556 ERA in 18th inning pitched, giving up 11 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, striking out 21 so far with 8 walks in 5 starts. Brandon Montgomery gets the start for the North Berkeley Knights, 0-1 on the year with a 4.141 ERA, going 23 2/3 innings so far, 33 hits, 27 runs, 14 earned, given up 10 strikeouts, 8 walks. Even though he's appeared in 15 games, only 1 start.
Yeah, I mean, I think for post 14 and Stottlemyre, I think manager Tobin thinks Stottlemyre's their guy. I imagine he'll start tonight as the first game of the area tournament, and I would imagine he'll be the starter in the first game of the state tournament if they were to get there. Talking with the coaches a little bit last night, I think they're going to go Stottlemyre to Fletcher tonight. They're going to start tomorrow, or the second game today. They would start Lane DeLauder. They also have Carson Buber, who's very capable as well. So their pitching staff is very deep. You want to talk about Montgomery for North Berkeley, although he, I'm not sure that he's exactly who post 14 thought they would see tonight. He is third on the team in innings pitched, so I think he's going to do his best to keep everybody in the game.
All right, let's step aside for a 2-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Again, back in 2 minutes.
WVU Medicine welcomes 10 new providers to our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Health Associates East. 2 hospitalists, Dr. Vamsi Amanchi and Dr. Aparna Bahara. 5 providers in emergency medicine, Dr. Douglas Binkelman, Dr. Michael McCullough, Dr. Melissa Natali, and nurse practitioners Sylvia Purdy and Leslie Purcell. And 3 specialists, Dr. William Ware, pediatrics, nurse practitioners Brittany Johnson, OBGYN, and Kristen Renzi, cardiology. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. The pregame festivities have concluded. It's now time for first pitch between the Post 60 North Berkeley Knights and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Martinsburg Baseball head coach Aaron Byler. Cameraman's Dylan Bishop, and back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis.
Looks like the umpiring crew for tonight: Don Tapley behind the plate, Buck Hoffmaster at first, Jeff King at third, as they will go with a 3-man umpire rotation for this Area 4 playoff game.
Hot one on hand here at P.O. Faulkner, 86 degrees right now in Martinsburg. The heat index makes it feel like 90, and on that turf infield probably even hotter.
It's definitely hotter on the turf. As I was out there earlier putting some rubber pellets on the mound, it was kind of burning my hand to sweep those pellets into the turf. So it's definitely warm. We're definitely thankful to have the turf, though, as if we were to get any rain through this tournament, it shouldn't be a problem, which is ultimately the best thing about the turf.
For those tuning in on TV, try to tell a little bit of a difference out there with the jerseys. The main difference will be having to pay attention to detail, as the big difference is for North Berkeley, the letters on the front and back with the numbers are in white, and then for Berkeley Post 14 they're in red, as both teams with blue jersey tops and white pants today.
Yeah, typically the away team, at least in the high school ball, wear gray pants. Sometimes you get into the summer ball, they maybe only have one pair of pants, but looks like both teams wearing white pants tonight. So as we tell our kids, it doesn't matter if we're wearing the white or the gray. Just got to go out there and play, right?
It's the final warm-up pitch for Braden Stoudemire concludes. It's gear up as it's Pence, Compton, and Brown due up for the top of the first.
Turn the music up.
Landon Sifford turned around telling PA announcer Joe Paulson to turn the music up. I guess he wasn't hearing it quite loud enough for him. I think he just needs to worry about catching.
First pitch, on outside for ball one as it comes right at 5 o'clock. Pence batting .324 so far as the 1-0 pitch. Drops into the zone, evens up the count at 1-1.
Be interesting here to see what Stoudemire has. Last time out, about a week ago, he pitched pitched against North Berkeley and seemed to struggle with control a little bit.
1-1 pitch almost hits Pence as he has to duck and kind of lean forward to get out of that one. Count now 2-1.
As the legendary Rick Kozlowski joins us in the box to cover this game tonight.
2-1 pitch, grounded right back up the middle and into center field. A leadoff single for Pence to start off the day for the Knights.
Yeah, I think if you're North Berkeley, you can't draw it up much better. You know, you're here, you want to prove that you can play with Berkeley Post 14, and by getting a leadoff single, that's doing exactly that right now.
Now up to bat is Caden Compton, starting left fielder wearing number 42 for the Knights as Stoudemire sets. Pitch. Grounder to the second baseman, Buber, over to the shortstop, Hartman for one, Ruest, double play.
Nice play there by Carson. It looked like that ball was going to eat him up a little bit, and he's a beneficiary of being able to play on this turf all year long. And just a great play. Flip it over to Baden, and Baden's got such a strong arm that no doubt about it, double play.
So now 2 down, nobody on, and up the bat is Noah Brown. Pitch to Brown, swung on and missed for strike one. Stoudemire sets for the 0-1 delivery. That one catches the inside part of the zone for strike two.
Curveball looks good early.
Shakes off the first call from Sifford. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high for a ball. Just getting started here at P.O. Faulkner. Still scoreless between the Knights and the Hornets as the 1-2 pitch to Brown fouled off to the right-hand side and out of play. One-two pitch inside from Stoudemire to Brown. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Surprised not to see a check there. I'm surprised Sifford didn't ask to check it first.
2-2 pitch inside almost hits Brown. The count now full at 3-2. Stoudemire working quickly. The 3-2 pitch. Slow ground ball to the left side of the infield. Third baseman Bob picks it up, fires across the diamond to Ruest at first to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down goes the North Berkeley Knights here in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first after this 1-minute break. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
As we head to the bottom of the first inning, Bailey, Hartman, Reed, the top of the lineup, due up for Berkeley Post 14. After Stoudemire gave up a leadoff single, then came back and was able to get the double play and then the grounder to force the Knights to go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first.
Yeah, just a great job there defensively. You know, Carson and Baden turned a nice double play. Riley Bubb comes and gets a slow roller there, and Post 14 flashes a little bit of leather. You know, they've proven that their bats are as good as anyone. They've proven that they have a very dominant pitching staff, and that defense plays like the way they're capable. I think they have a great opportunity here today, not only through the area tournament, but if they were to advance to the state tournament.
Now batting, number 9. As Connor Bailey steps up to lead things off in the bottom of the first for the Hornets against Brandon Montgomery on the mound, getting the start for North Berkeley.
Leadoff hitter Connor Bailey is hitting .386.
Good numbers there at the top of the 9-man lineup. Montgomery's first pitch to Bailey, low and away for ball 1. Montgomery sensed the 1-0 delivery to Bailey. Again, misses low for ball 2. Montgomery has walked 8 so far this season. That's the 2-0 pitch. Just low again for ball 3.
You know, Bailey, your typical leadoff hitter, he's going to see a lot of pitches. He does a great job in that spot. He did a great job in that spot for Jefferson. I know at Fairmont State they hit him at the top too. So
a 3-0 pitch right down the middle for strike 1. See if Montgomery can settle in as he sets, and here's a 3-1 delivery. That one a hard grounder to the shortstop, Noah Brown. His throw to first in time to retire Bailey for out number 1.
Nice play there by Noah Brown. Typically not a shortstop, as he played third base all year for the Hedgesville Eagles. But looks like he's stepping into the shortstop role here for North Berkeley. Nice play, young man.
Now up to bat the shortstop for Berkeley Post 14, Baden Hartman.
As it doesn't get any easier on the mound, as Hartman is hitting .487 and the guy behind him, Colin Reed's hitting .518.
Pitch from Montgomery. Popped up into the infield on the left side. Calling off his teammates is Brown. He makes the catch for out number 2. Now Colin Reed up to bat with 2 out. Reed, just last week, finally making his college commitment as he's going to Garrett College to continue playing.
Great to see Colin sign at Garrett. You know, he's one of those kids who's just a tremendous baseball addict, so to say.
First pitch to him, a breaking ball, catches the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
He just eats, sleeps, breathes baseball, so good to see him be able to play at the next level.
A 1 pitch, misses low. The count now even at 1-1 to Reed. Looked like Montgomery kind of slipped on the turf with his plant leg on that one. It's a 1-1 pitch from Montgomery to Reed. Fouled off to the right side, out of play. The count now 1-2. Still scoreless, bottom of the first between North Berkeley and Berkeley Post 14. The 1-2 pitch from Montgomery. Hits Reed in the shoulder. Will take off his equipment, drop his bat down, and jog his way over to first base with 2 outs as now Cam Moore comes up to the plate.
That one was almost slow enough you could see Colin realize it was going to hit him and said, nope, I'm not moving.
Yeah, kind of tense up, get ready for it just to leave its mark.
It's just another sign of a good baseball player, taking what they give you.
This pitch set up outside. It misses for a ball. Reed takes his lead on first, 2 outs. Montgomery sets on the mound for the Knights. The pitch to Moore. Line foul over to the first base side. Count now 1-1.
Moore hitting 4 for post 14 is hitting .392 on the season.
As he steps back into the left-handed box against Montgomery. Montgomery looks over his shoulder at Reed. His pitch outside for ball 2 to Moore. He didn't really have enough of a break there as he probably wanted to. 2 balls, 1 strike to Moore. The pitch sent into right field, backing up Ian Wolf. He looks up, and that one's over the wall. A 2-run shot for Cam Moore in the bottom of the first gives the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets the lead.
Off the bat, I was, thought it was right at Ian Wolf in right field, and it just seemed to keep carrying and carrying. You look at the flag, and it doesn't look like there's much wind out there, but that ball was definitely carried out of here.
Moore gets the cowboy hat put on by his teammates, and high fives all around as the Hornets strike first. Riley Bubb now up to the plate with the 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Montgomery taking his time before stepping on the rubber. Finally does so. Kicking the delivery. Breaking ball inside to Bubb for ball 1.
Hasn't shown a whole lot of control of that curveball early, so I would imagine post 14 is just sitting back and waiting for the fastball here.
1-0 pitch. Lined into center field, and that's going to be caught easily by Gage Gano to retire the side, but not before a 2-run home run by Cam Moore. It is Berkeley Post 14-2. The North Berkeley Knights nothing at the end of 1. We'll head to the second after this 1-minute break. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Welcome back. 2-0 lead for Berkeley Post 14 over North Berkeley Post 60, the Knights. As now up to bat for the Knights, the 4, 5, 6 batters, Wolf, Everhart, and Girardin. Pitch from Stoudemire. Called strike 1 to Wolf.
Ian Wolf, the Hedgesville Eagle, has played in 26 games, 84 plate appearances, and is hitting .259 on the season.
Swings and misses at the 0-1 pitch. The count now 0-2 to Wolf. Wolf still having that bleached blonde hair from the state tournament as well for Hedgesville. As he strikes out on 3 pitches as he swings and misses as that one from Stoudemire for out number 1.
After talking to his grandfather a little bit at the last game, I think he wishes he would cut it.
Now up to bat, Mason Everhart. Everhart with the impressive pitching yesterday to get North Berkeley in this spot as he lets the first pitch go by. It's high and outside for ball 1.
Mason comes in hitting .226 and 111 plate appearances.
1-0 pitch also misses high and outside. The count now 2-0. Stoudemire working quickly. This one breaks in for a strike. The count now 2-1 to Everhart. Two-one pitch hits Everhart in the elbow, and he'll make his way down to first.
Yeah, looked like a curveball there that just didn't break.
Now one out runner on first, and Peyton Girardin up to the plate for North Berkeley. Girardin steps into the right-handed box. Stoudemire sets. This pitch, a fastball that misses high for a ball to Girardin.
I'd like to see Stoudemire just stick with the fastball here. I think it's good enough. You know, we clocked it the other day. It's mid-80s, mid to upper 80s. I'd like to just see him stick with the fastball here and find some control and just settle in.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss from Girardin for a strike. Stoudemire really trying to work quickly out on the mound for the Hornets. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball right down the middle, called strike 2 to Girardin. Girardin not really letting him work quickly, taking his time before getting back into the box.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship between the two.
1-2 pitch. Fouled off, out of play over towards Charlotte Prather Park to the right-hand side.
I mean, as a fielder on defense, you love a pitcher that works quickly, and as a hitter, you hate it. So you try and find ways to disrupt his timing and get him out of rhythm a little bit.
Runner on first is Everhart. 1-2 pitch again, fouled off by Girardin. Count still 1-2. 1 out. Top of the second, it's Berkeley post 14-2. Post 60 North Berkeley Knights nothing. 1-2 pitch. Grounded over to shortstop Baden Hartman. Throws to second for Buber for 1. And that's all they get, as no throw to first for the 6'4 fielder's choice.
Good play by Hartman there, ranging to his right. The only play he had was at second. Carson was there covering it up. Now we got 2 outs.
Now batting number 13, Chris French.
It's now Chris French up to bat for North Berkeley in that usual 7th spot in the lineup for him. Just how he likes it, as the pitch from Stoudemire breaks in on the inside part of the plate for strike 1, as French thought that was going to hit him for a second.
Curveball had him buckling.
Puts a smile on Stoudemire's face as now he tries to pick off the runner at first in Girardin, but he slides back in safe. Pitch to French. Grounded foul over into the third base dugout. The count now 0-2.
As it looks like we're having scoreboard difficulties, I'll probably have to fix that in between innings.
We'll see if Stoudemire can get out of this one. The 0-2 pitch to French. Fly ball into shallow right field down the third baseline. Diving forward, it's in fair territory. Drops down off the glove of Moore. And that's going to put French at second. And at third, Girardin with 2 outs here in the top of the second.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can place a ball any better than where that ball fell. Cam Moore did his best ranging over. Carson Buber going out. And just both of them unable to make the play. And now North Berkeley's got second and third and 2 outs.
Now batting number 20.
Caleb Stotler now up to bat for the Knights. An opportunity to tie things up with one swing of the bat as 2 runners in scoring position in a 2-0 ball game here in the top of the second, with the Hornets leading the Knights. Pitch from Stoudemire. Low and skips away from Sifford, but down the third base line so the runners stay put.
Great job by Sifford there, blocking that one up and saving a run.
Count 1-0 to Stotler.
Big spot here early in the game. I know there's a lot of game left, but if you're North Berkeley, you desperately need a hit here.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss from Stotler. To count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for North Berkeley. The pitch from Stoudemire. Another swing and a miss from Stotler for strike 2. Stoudemire trying to get the Hornets out of this top half of the second, and a timeout called by Stotler before he can get the pitch off. We resume action. It's a 1-2 count. Stoudemire against Stotler. Stoudemire sets on the rubber. Wind-up kick and delivery. Swing and a miss by Caleb Stotler for out number 3 here in the top of the second. 2 runners left stranded. We head to the bottom half. It's still 2-0 Berkeley Post 14 on top of the North Berkeley Knights. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Welcome back as we enter the bottom half of the second inning. Herndon, Buber, Ruiz, the 6-7-8 batters, due up for Berkeley Post 14 as they lead 2-0 over the North Berkeley Knights.
Big pitch there by Stoudemire to get him out of that top of the second.
Yeah, it was, leaving the 2 runners in scoring position stranded. This was just a kind of bloop double to put him into that situation, but he able to get that second strikeout. Winner of this one advances to tomorrow's championship game, along with automatically qualifying for the state tournament.
Chase Herndon up to bat, former Spring Mills standout, co-player of the year with Griffin Horowitz, who's also on this team, now playing his college baseball at West Virginia Tech.
Pitch from Montgomery. Liner right up the middle, and that'll drop down in front of Gage Gano in left center for a leadoff single by Herndon. It's now Carson Buber up to bat.
Expecting big things out of Carson today, as he made me come open the cage up for him last night at 10:30. Get some extra swings, so expecting him to get a hit today.
See if it pays off for him. If not, might have an earful later on. It's the pitch from Montgomery. Herndon goes, and no throw from Caleb Stotler.
No, Carson's a tremendous kid. There's not a harder worker out there. We're expecting a great senior year from him, coming back as a Bulldog, and got to find a college. We've got to get him to a college, get him signed.
1-0 count to Buber. Herndon now on second with nobody out here in the top or bottom of the second, excuse me, as this one upstairs and a little inside to Buber, the count 2-0. Timeout called to allow the runner and Herndon to tie his shoe. Didn't really look. I'm not sure. Probably wearing those cleats that I think he had to give away last game to allow one of the Post 13 players to wear them.
Oh, the moldeds?
Yeah. 2-0 pitch. Low. Gets away from Stotler. Herndon goes to third. The throw off the mark and not in time.
Carson's got to be careful there. If he would have walked any further, they could have appealed for interference. He needs to stay put in that box. Once he walks outside the box, that's where the interference can occur.
Buber with a 3-0 count. The pitch from Montgomery. Right down the middle, called a strike. Now 3-1. Montgomery sets to wind up in the pitch. Misses for ball forward. Now runners on the corners here in the bottom of the second with nobody out, and Jackson Ruiz up the bat. So some trouble here for Brandon Montgomery in the bottom of the second.
I'd look for Post 14 to try and keep putting some pressure on him. I know Jackson's a great bunter. First and third with one out is a great time to safety squeeze. With no outs, it's not something you really like to do, so I don't know if they'll just straight put Carson in motion here to second or if they will try to bunt with Jackson, but I would definitely expect something to happen here. I think, as a manager or coach, you tell your guys all the time it's all about putting pressure on the defense, and Post 14 definitely has a great opportunity to put some pressure on North Berkeley right now with 1st and 3rd and nobody out.
Ruas batting .371 so far with 13 hits, 10 of them singles, 2 doubles, and 1 triple. 12 RBIs so far for him as well. Trying to add on to Berkeley Post 14's 2-0 lead with runners on the corners and nobody out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Pitch from Ruest. He squares to bunt and he fouls it off. Looks like it actually might have got a piece of our camera and kind of made it crooked.
I think it looks
or just
all right.
took it out anyway. I think that's the one that's off
I'm
now.
not a professional like you guys, but I think it looks all right.
So, 0-1 pitch. Hit and run situation. It's a fly ball to right center field. Gano running forward makes the catch. Runner at 3rd tagging up, coming home to score. It's now 3-0. Post 14 leads Post 60.
Fly ball plenty deep enough to score Herndon. Jackson comes in, does his job. Anytime you get a guy on 3rd, less than 2 outs, you're just looking to put something in the outfield, get that run in. Great job by Jackson Ruiz there doing his job.
Now brings up Landon Sifford with 1 out. The runner on 1st and Buber as he had to stay put on that one. Pitch from Montgomery inside for strike 1 to Sifford. It's like Peyton Girardin out warming up in the Knights bullpen as this fastball misses high for ball 1 to Sifford. The count now even at 1 apiece.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Carson and moving here directly.
Montgomery looks over his back shoulder. The runner going. The 1-1 pitch. Caught a strike. The throw on the mark. Did he hold on to it? He did. Caught stealing for out number 2 is Carson Buber.
Yeah, it took a perfect throw, and he made a perfect throw, and I believe it was the shortstop Noah Brown there hung in. Ball bounced right into his glove, right into Carson's head first slide. That's what you got to do. You got to be aggressive, especially with a 3-run lead here.
Now 2 outs, nobody on, and the breaking ball misses outside to Sifford. The count now 2-2. Stotler was originally not even supposed to be the starting catcher today, but they had to make some changes with Jackson Engel not here as this one low for ball 3 to Sifford.
Stotler had a big put out there with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning against Potomac Valley last night. They tried to steal second, down 1 run, and Stotler threw him out, and that ended up being the ball game.
Comes the payoff pitch. That one fouled into the netting. So we'll do it all over again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Landon Sifford. 2 outs, nobody on. It's the bottom of the 2nd. Berkeley Post 14 3. North Berkeley Post 60 0. Wind up in the pitch from Montgomery. And this one's rocked into left field, backing up. Compton looking up and kissed that one goodbye. A solo shot by Landon Sifford makes it 4-0 in the bottom of the 2nd.
That was one of those that you knew was going right off the bat. Sifford knew it. Kind of flipped his bat. You love to see that production. I love to see it personally as Sifford being a Martinsburg Bulldog, but I know Post 14 and manager Tobin loves to see that kind of production out of your 9-hole. So great job there, Landon Sifford.
Now we head to the top of the lineup with Connor Bailey up to bat. Infield meeting for North Berkeley first, though, to try to settle down Montgomery out on the mound, as that's the 2nd home run he's given up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Montgomery, he hasn't. I was afraid that early on the control, and he might give up a couple, walks and free bases, and that gets you in trouble. But he has made Post 14 earn everything they've gotten so far, and credit the Post 14 for getting themselves in hitters' counts and hitting the ball really hard.
So our fan falls down. Bunt by Bailey fouled off. The count now 0-1.
As not to worry, as we have Mr. Do-It-All Bo Bartley here in the box with us, and he's going to fix that fan right up for us.
Yeah, probably position it so that it's on him as well. Montgomery sets on the rubber. And the 0-1 pitch to Bailey. Inside for a ball.
Anytime you got a problem, call Bo, and if you need a fence or a deck built, call Jambo Construction.
1-1 pitch high for ball 2. Back to your point about Montgomery, he's only given up 3 hits. Unfortunately for him, though, 2 of the 3 have been home runs.
Yeah. No, he's done a fine job so far. Like I said, he hasn't walked anyone. Given up 3 hits, 2 of those home runs. Credit to Post 14 for capitalizing when they get guys on base.
Timeout called so that Stotler can go out to talk to Montgomery. It's 4-0 Berkeley Post 14 leading North Berkeley Post 60 here in the bottom of the second as the 2-1 pitch to Bailey misses for ball 3 from Montgomery. Three balls, 1 strike to Bailey. Pitch from Montgomery. Outside for ball 4, so the second walk now by Montgomery is. That'll bring up Hartman.
Now batting, number 13, Shane Hartman.
We got 2 outs, runner on first. Hartman 0 for 1. He popped out to the shortstop on 1 pitch last time up. And he looks at the first pitch, inside for a strike.
Be interested to see if Bailey runs here with Stotler already throwing out a guy.
And he picks him off. Bailey going to second. The throw high off the glove of the second baseman French into left center field. Now Bailey realizes it and is going to third. And he takes third on the error. It was the right situation for the Knights at first, but unfortunately the throws cost him.
Yeah, Montgomery had the same idea that I did. It was probably a good time for Bailey to run. Bailey did exactly what they teach you to do, is if you get picked off at first, just put your head down and make them make 2 good throws to get you at second, and they weren't able to do that, and he ends up on third base.
Pitch to Hartman inside, called strike 2. That drops into the zone.
As Hartman turns around with a little bit of disgust there. He thought that ball stayed up, and I'm not sure I don't disagree with him.
The 0-2 pitch. Hard chopper to the shortstop, Brown. The throw to first in time for the out. So that strains the runner on third, but still 2 more runs were tacked on here in the bottom of the second for Berkeley Post 14. They now are on top 4-0 over North Berkeley. We'll take a 1-minute break, then be back for the third. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
We welcome you back as we enter the top half of the third. The 9-1-2 batters due up for Post 60, Gano, Pence, and Compton. It's Gage Gano going up against Braden Stoudemire. Stoudemire, it's a comfortable 4-0 lead now. The Hornets have put on 2 in each inning. First pitch to Gano misses for ball 1. It's the 1-0 pitch now coming, and that's a fastball inside for ball 2 to Gano. Third baseman in expecting a bunt as Gano lets this pitch go by. It's called a strike. The count now 2-1.
Yeah, if you're Stoudemire here, all you need to do is, rear back and throw it across the plate.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, half-heartedly by Gano. The count now 2-2.
A lot easier said than done.
Stoudemire's trying to groove out there as the 2-2 pitch misses outside. The count now full at 3-2. He wants to work as quick as he can as the 3-2 pitch now. Called strike 3. Down goes Gano looking for the third strikeout.
I think that at bat there should tell North Berkeley a little bit. He was 2-0, threw a curveball, and then he threw a curveball there for his punch-out pitch. So I'm not sure he doesn't have more confidence in that curveball right now than he does his fastball. Not that his fastball has been bad by any means, but I think he's really dialed in with the curve.
Now Landon Pence up to bat. The pitch to Pence on the outside corner, called a strike. Pence had a leadoff single right back up the middle his first time up. It's the 0-1 pitch from Stoudemire. A one-hopper to the second baseman, Buber. His throw to Ruest at first for out number 2. 2 quick outs now. Is up to bat is Caden Compton for North Berkeley.
Now batting number 42, Caden Compton.
Compton grounded into the double play. The pitch popped up. Foul territory on the right side, right on the first base line. Ruest looks up, blocks the sun, makes the catch to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down. Goes post 60 North Berkeley. We head to the bottom of the third now. It's still 4-0. Berkeley post 14 on top. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the third. It's the 3, 4, 5 batters due up for Berkeley post 14. Reed, Moore, and Bub as they lead 4-0 over North Berkeley post 60.
Reed was hit by a pitch his first at bat.
Montgomery still out there for North Berkeley as the pitch to Reed just misses for ball 1. Tried to paint the outside corner there. It looks like Stotler's going to set up in the same spot for this one. 1-0 pitch. This one breaks outside for ball 2 to Reed. Reed, a tough guy to make chase.
No, he doesn't chase. He's as patient as they come. He knows the zone very well.
2-0 pitch low and away for ball 3. Montgomery takes a deep breath on the mound, and the 3-0 pitch to Colin Reed. Right at the belt for strike 1.
I don't believe in the 3-0 green light, but if there was a guy to give it to, it's Colin Reed.
3-1 pitch. He sends right back up the middle for a leadoff line drive single to bring up Cam Moore.
On base for the second time tonight.
And let's see if Moore can replicate what he just did, as he hit a 2-run home run to bring in Reed after that hit by pitch in the first, but it looks like we're going to have a pitching change before that, as Coach Everhart walking out with Peyton Girardin takes the ball from Montgomery, and we'll step aside for a 1-minute break. It is Berkeley post 14 4, post 60 North Berkeley nothing. And we're back in 1 minute. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rox, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back, as the new pitcher for North Berkeley Knights, a post 60, is number 9, Peyton Girardin, as he goes in for Montgomery. Can't give the final stat line yet for Montgomery through his 2 innings pitched due to Reed out on first.
Can give you the stats on the new pitcher, Peyton Girardin. He's pitched 24 innings. Has a record of 0 wins, 5 losses, and his ERA is 5.25.
There you go. He got the save in yesterday's 4-3 win, I believe, for the Knights over Potomac Valley. Had 1 strikeout in that 1 inning, giving up the no runs and no hits. It's now up to bat is Cam Moore, who had the 2-run home run to right center his last time up, and he looks at the first pitch on the outside corner. It's called a strike from Girardin. Girardin quickly throws over to first to try to pick off Reed. Reed able to get back to the bag safely. Kind of caught him by surprise.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch to Moore. It's a grounder to the second baseman, French. His throw to the shortstop at second base, Brown for 1, over to first to Everhart, not in time. So only getting 1 out there on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, as well as Cam Moore runs down the line. The ball's got to be hit a lot harder than it was to turn 2 on him.
Now up to bat is Riley Bubb. 1 out runner on first. Girardin sets the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1 to Bubb. Girardin, the 0-1 pitch to Bubb. It's a grounder to French. He scoops it up, only has the play at first. His throw to Everhart to get Bubb out. Moore goes to second.
Yeah, with that ball taking him glove side, his only play was at first.
Now Chase Herndon up to bat. He singled his last time up. 2 outs, runner on second. Girardin has come in and got 2 outs after the leadoff single to Reed.
Yeah, so far he's came in and has done his job.
Pitch, big swing and a miss from Herndon for strike 1. So it's 4-0, Berkeley post 14 in the bottom of the 3rd over North Berkeley. Pitch from Girardin. Misses inside the count, now 1-1 to Herndon. Herndon steps back into the left-handed box against Girardin, who looks at the runner behind him as Moore. And this one a liner to right field. That's going to drop in front of Wolf. Wolf throws over the head of the cutoff man. That'll allow Moore to score. However, it goes to second, and they tag out Herndon.
It was right to the cutoff man. Mason Everhart playing first did a great job there. Whether he was the cut or not, coming in there, cutting it off and throwing it to second.
So that ends the inning. However, Moore was able to come home to score, so it's 5-0. Berkeley post 14 at the end of 3 We head to the fourth after this 1-minute break. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back as we head to the fourth inning of 7 here at P.O. Faulkner Park. It is now 5-0. Berkeley Post 14 leads the North Berkeley Knights. Due up for the Knights is Brown, Wolf, Everhart, the 3-4-5 batters. Brown 0 for 1 so far. He grounded out the third, his first time up in the first to end that 3-up, 3-down inning. For the first pitch, Brown calls time.
Stoudemire throws it anyway.
He was ready to go, just wanted to get one in.
Yeah.
So now he sets the kick in the pitch. Fastball and hits Wolf right in the back. Or, excuse me, Brown right in the back. To bring up Wolf. So that's the second hit by pitch so far for Stoudemire.
Yeah, that was a fastball that just ran right up on him.
Pitch up and in as tries to tail into the zone but misses for a ball. Stoudemire sends 1-0 pitch. Again up and in for ball 2. Stoudemire, 2-0 count against Wolf. Throws over to first to try to pick off Brown. Brown slides in head first into the bag safely.
If you're Stoudemire here, you just got to pitch with a lead, pitch to contact, let your defense work. 5-0 lead in the fourth.
2-0 pitch, misses inside for ball 3 to Wolf. The 3-0 pitch now. Called a strike as it's right down the middle. Wolf struck out swinging his first time up in the second. Again, another pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Wolf, one of the 3 strikeouts so far for Stoudemire. 3-1 pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 2. So Stoudemire able to fight back out on the mound and make this count to Wolf full after starting out 3-0, now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Big swing and a miss by Wolf for the punch out.
Went back to the curveball there. Shows you how much confidence he has in that pitch, to be able to throw it 2-0, be able to throw it 3-2. If you got that much confidence in your curveball, you're going to be very effective.
Pitch a fastball to Everhart, caught a strike at the knees. So 1 out runner on first, top of the fourth. Throw over to first by Stoudemire, misses.
Paying a little too much attention to first base for my liking with a 5-0 lead.
Brown takes his lead. The pitch to Everhart, swing and a miss for strike 2.
I'm sure the post 14 dugout's thinking the same thing. 5-run lead, 4th inning. Let's attack the batter.
Stoudemire's 0-2 pitch. 9 outside for a ball to Everhart.
You know, sometimes when you focus in on that runner so much, you lose track of the zone, and and throw a couple more balls.
Another throw over to first. Something that Brown is doing to get Stoudemire's attention. 1-2 pitch inside for ball 2 to Everhart. Stoudemire shakes off the call from Sifford. 2-2 pitch. Popped up out of play over the first base sign. The count remains 2-2. It's 5-0 Berkeley post 14 leading the North Berkeley Knights at post 60. Braden Stoudemire's 2-2 pitch misses to Everhart for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out the pitch. This one a liner down the third base line and foul. That kept slicing.
Good at bat by Everhart here, battling.
Yeah, it was Wolf that had a 3-0 count, but then Stoudemire was able to fight back and get the strikeout. And Everhart, it was an 0-2 count, and he's been able to work back and get the count full, but he swings and misses at a low fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts now for out number 2.
Hit by pitch, K.
So now up to bat, Peyton Girardin, who's now pitching for the North Berkeley Knights. A 2-out runner on first. Pitch from Stoudemire. Called strike 1.
I believe that's the first time Stoudemire started ahead all inning.
The 0-1 pitch to Girardin. Big swing and a miss from Girardin for strike 2. Stoudemire ready to go, trying to strike out the side. He sets. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up over to the first base dugout and out of play. Keeps the count at 0-2. Stoudemire looks over at the runner, the 0-2 pitch. Trying to get Girardin to chase, but he's able to hold the bat back. The count now 1-2 as that one was low and away.
Yeah, he thought about it there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs the pitch. Curveball called strike 3. Girardin goes down looking. That's 3 strikeouts this inning. 6 total for Braden Stoudemire. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's Berkeley post 14, 5. North Berkeley post 60, nothing. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
Hi, I'm Ron Springer, head golf professional at The Woods. If you're a golfer who loves fun and competition, get your friends together and enter one of the many fundraising tournaments held at The Woods. You and your group may qualify to play in the area's premier golf event, the Tournament of Champions. The winning team will receive individual prizes as well as a cash prize for the organization they represent. For a list of qualifying tournaments, see ads in Around the Panhandle magazine and the Journal. For a list of rules and regulations, visit thewoods.com or contact me, Ron, at thewoods.com.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is the bottom of the lineup. Buber, Ruest, and Sifford due up for Berkeley post 14 as they have a 5-0 lead over post 60 North Berkeley.
Well, we have a couple seconds here. Want to wish best of luck to the Martinsburg 11-12 All-Star team tonight as they're playing in the state championship versus Bridgeport at Bridgeport, 7 o'clock. I believe Video Productions does have a live stream of that game, so encourage everybody to tune in tonight and root for the future Bulldogs as they try to win a 11 and 12-year-old state championship.
Good luck to them. Keep an eye on that again. Video Productions Facebook page at 7 o'clock.
I know we'll be tuning in either up here on the laptop or in the clubhouse on the TV, but we'll be watching.
Girardin sets up on the mound for the Knights against Buber. First pitch to Buber, called a strike. Buber walked his first time up and then was caught stealing second. It's the 0-1 pitch from Peyton Girardin to Buber. It's a slow ground ball over to first. Charging off the mound's Girardin. He tosses it to the first baseman, Everhart, to beat Buber for out number 1.
Yeah, the ball looked like it got in on Carson a little bit.
Now batting number 12, Jackson Ruest.
It's now Jackson Ruest up to bat. Ruest had the sac fly RBI to score Herndon his last time up. It's the pitch from Girardin. First pitch swinging Jackson Ruest. It's a fly ball in foul territory on the third base side. Landon Pence in shallow left field makes the catch for the out.
Nice play there by Pence to go over and get that ball.
It's tough with this Sun trying to back up and track that one down, but he was able to do so as now Landon Sifford up to bat, and he had the solo home run to left his first time up today.
Yeah, and if you're post 14, the coaching staff can't, you don't, those two quick at bats there with weak contact.
First pitch to Sifford misses high for a ball.
You look for Landon in the 9-hole to try and get on base and roll this lineup over and keep things moving. Don't want to have quick innings.
1-0 pitch. Again high for ball 2 to Sifford. Girardin taking his time before stepping on the rubber. Finally does so on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs to Sifford. Pitch. High pop up into right center field. Gano and Wolf going over. Wolf will call off Gano and make the catch. 3 up, 3 down goes Berkeley post 14 here in the bottom of the 4th. It remains 5-0. The Hornets on top of post 60 North Berkeley. We head to the 5th after this 1-minute break. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
The hunt for the 10th state championship is almost here, and legendary head coach Dave Walker is back to lead the Bulldogs to victory. Make sure your business isn't hidden on the sideline this season. Call 304-263-6586 and become an advertiser on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 for the 2023 Martinsburg Bulldog football season. This is the home of Martinsburg Bulldog football all season long. Again, call us at 304-263-6586 to make sure your business is scoring touchdowns and not fumbling the ball this year. Welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Entering the 5th inning now, it is post 60 North Berkeley Knights currently being shut out by the Berkeley post 14 Hornets 5-0.
Stoudemire through 4 innings has 6 strikeouts, but the stat, if you're going to be a little bit nitpicky about this outing, and it's hard to find anything to be nitpicky about, he's thrown 59 pitches, 37 strikes, which is 62%. Which you'd like to see that number a little bit higher, especially from your number 1 guy. But I think if there was one thing to nitpick about, you'd like to see the strike percentage just a click higher.
Now he gets to face the bottom of the lineup of North Berkeley, French, Stotler, Gano, the 7-8-9 batters, as the first pitch from Stoudemire, a line drive into left center field. Hustling over is Connor Bailey, and he makes the catch for the out.
Off the bat, I thought that might have a chance to get in the gap, but then you look out there and you see the guys like Connor Bailey and Chase Herndon and Cam Moore, and heck, you got arguably, in my opinion, the best outfielder this year in the EPAC, and Jordan Canby, and he's on the bench today for the Hornets. So that just kind of tells you the depth they have and the speed they have in the outfield.
1 pitch, 1 out is now Caleb Stotler up to bat. Stotler steps into the right-handed box against Stoudemire. The first pitch misses inside for a ball. Stotler struck out swinging. His only time to the plate so far is this one. Slices in and caught a strike. The count now 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Hard chopper to the third baseman, Bub. Throw to Ruest at first for the out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th as now Gage Gano up to bat.
As we talk about depth and players in and not in the lineup for post 14, I think everybody at home needs to know that there is no re-entry once you get to this point in American Legion Baseball, so it's Major League rules.
Fastball outside for a ball as Gano originally went to square up the bunt but pulled the bat back. That'll force Bub to play in on the grass to cover the drag bunt as this fastball misses high to Gano for ball 2.
So there's no re-entry. You can only DH for your pitcher, and you cannot run for the pitcher or the catcher.
2-0 pitch, called a strike. The count now 2-1 to Gano. Pitch from Stoudemire to Gano. Right in the same spot, called strike 2. He's working that curveball well. See if he goes to it or not here as the 2-2 pitch. It's a fastball, and it's a line drive right over the head of the first baseman. Ruest into right field down the line. Gano thinking 2, and he's going to get there easily.
Yeah, Gano was 2 out of the box there, no question in his mind. Off the bat, he was going 2, and even with the speed of Canmore in right field, not able to get to that ball down the line quick enough to keep him from getting 2.
So it's a 2-out double. We head to the top of the lineup now. It's Landon Pence up to bat. That was the third hit of the night for the Knights.
Pence, the only hitter in this North Berkeley lineup, hitting over 300.
Pitch called a strike to Pence. Pence 1 for 2. He singled his first time up and then grounded out the second his last time up. Stoudemire sets the 0-1 pitch. Just below the knees, it's called a ball to Pence. They even up the count.
Stoudemire asked home plate umpire Don Tapley if that pitch was outside, which I think it was.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. Stoudemire sets the pitch. It's a ground ball to Bub. He throws over to West at first to end the inning. So it remains 5-0 Berkeley Post 14 leading the North Berkeley Knights. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. After this 1-minute break, you're tuned into American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine is pleased to announce that robotic-assisted total hip and knee replacement with the new Zimmer Biomet ROSA is now offered right here in the Eastern Panhandle at both Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. The information provided by the ROSA results in more precise and accurate hip and knee replacements than ever before. WVU Medicine is proud to offer this technology and be a leader in orthopedic surgery in the Eastern region. For more info, call 304-725-BONE.
Hello? We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the lineup will be due up for Berkeley Post 14 as they lead the North Berkeley Knights 5-0 here in this area tournament game where the winner advances to the championship and automatically qualifies for the state tournament. The loser will play immediately after this against Potomac Valley Post 64 in an elimination game.
In a rematch of yesterday, which found the North Berkeley Knights coming out with a 1-run victory.
So Bailey up to bat. He walked his last time up and then eventually reached third after stealing second and then a throwing error, but was stranded there in the second. Girardin sets the pitch to Bailey. Inside for a ball to start the bottom of the fifth.
As Girardin walks around the mound, I think he wanted that strike one.
We've seen him do that a few times so far today. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball into left center field. Gano able to get there, make the catch for the out.
That's 4 straight batters that Girardin has been able to get soft contact for. And, you know, talking to manager Tobin before the game, we talked about the 6-5 game when North Berkeley played them tight, and they went through a spiel there through the middle part of the game where they just continued to have soft contact and kept flying out and grounded out. So try to eliminate that right now with Baden Hartman.
Pitch from Girardin to Hartman is low for a ball. Hartman with a rare 0 for 2 start. Pop up to short and then a ground out to short as the 1-0 pitch high for ball 2.
Colin Reed might be the best hitter on the team, but Baden Hartman definitely has to be in the conversation for one of the top hitters as well, as he tore up EPAC pitching all year long for Musselman.
2-0 pitch inside for ball 3. Last game of the season against Post 13 saw him with a home run in the win. He now has a 3-0 count, and this one called a strike to make it 3-1. So that strike zone kind of widened just a little bit on the 3-0 pitch.
The old automatic, as they say.
3-1 pitch from Girardin to Hartman. Called strike 2. Girardin sets. Here comes the payoff pitch to Hartman. And he fouls that one off out of play to keep the count full. Just didn't wait on that one long enough to send that for a ride.
No, I don't think he's letting any of these next couple pitches be determined by the umpire. He's going to get his hacks, as he's expressed a little bit of frustration on a call or two.
3-2 pitch. Weiner down the third baseline over the head of Pence and into left field. Hartman rounding first and will turn back around. It's a lead or a 1-out single for Baden.
And he continues to do what he does. Swing the bat well. He might have been 0 for 2, but came up there with a good approach to that at bat and found himself on first base with a single. It doesn't get any easier for Girardin, as next up is Mr. Hitting over 500, Colin Reed.
Pitch up and in to Reed for ball 1.
I'd look for Hartman to go here.
Looking over at him, trying to extend that lead at first. Girardin takes a deep breath, sets 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner, caught a strike to Reed to even up the count at 1-1. See if maybe it's a hit and run situation now.
I think he's definitely going this pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Girardin sets. Runner going. The throw way off the mark and into center field, but Hartman only staying at second, not trying to test the throw of Gano, as that one for Stotler kind of just was off the mark, never really had time to track it down, lost his mask while throwing.
Yeah, that one definitely sailed on him. Baden unable to pick the ball up there. Could have been standing on third if he would have picked it up, initially.
But instead he's on second with 1 out. A 2-1 count to Reed. Girardin looks at Hartman behind him. The 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3 to Reed.
Reed's got himself in a hitter's count here. 3-1. He'll be sitting fastball. I look for it, if it's across the plate, to be him to put a good swing on it.
Timeout called. Well, looks like they're just going to decide to give Reed ball 4.
Yeah, I think that's a good baseball move. I mean, you got Colin like we said, who's hitting 528, base open, 3-1 count. He's sitting fastball. I don't mind that decision there at all. I actually think it's a pretty good baseball move.
So 1 out, runners on first and second, and Cam Moore up to bat, who had the 2-run home run in the first. Pitch from Girardin. Fastball up the knees, called strike 1 to Moore.
Yeah, and the beauty of this lineup is, even though they put Reed on, it's not because there's nobody hitting behind him. There's plenty of bats behind him. It's kind of pick your poison. Cam Moore showed us earlier what he can do with the bat as he drove one out of here to right field.
Brief timeout called by the catcher Caleb Stotler for North Berkeley to go out and talk with Peyton Girardin, probably change the sequence up a little bit of the pitch call so that Hartman on second can't steal him.
Yep.
The 0-1 pitch from Girardin to Moore misses low for a ball.
Next year that won't be a problem, as NFHS said you can go to the wristband, so they'll directly take the pitches from the dugout to the wristband.
The 1-1 pitch, fly ball to left center field. Gano running to his right, makes the catch for the out. No hit his cutoff man to make sure the runners stay put at first and second. Saw that, and does that include a pitch comm as well, or just wristband? I thought I saw pitch comm.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it includes pitch comms or not. I know the program that I looked at is well over $600-700. So I hope it doesn't include too much more, because obviously you're going to have to buy that. You don't want to fall behind, and I think it's a definite. I think it's a good thing. I think it shows the game advancing in technology, and it unfortunately eliminates a little bit of the gamesmanship, which I like of trying to steal pitches, but.
Pitch from Girardin to Bub, he takes for strike 1 right at the belt. 2 outs, runners on first and second, bottom of the 5th. It's 5-0, Berkeley post 14 leading post 60 North Berkeley. It's the pitch from Girardin. Hangs there, and it's called strike 2 as Bub lets it go by. Girardin trying to get out of this inning and leave the 2 runners stranded to where it's still a reachable deficit for North Berkeley as Girardin calls a timeout.
Yeah, if you're North Berkeley, you're definitely trying to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs and give yourself a chance with 2 at-bats left.
The 0-2 pitch high for a ball to Bub. Girardin steps on the rubber. Bub grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up and then flew out to center his first time up as he lets this one go. It's a breaking ball that misses for ball 2.
Nice job by Stotler there to keep the ball in front of him, not give up any free bases. As if you give up a pass ball there, you got instead of first and second, you got second and third.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 1 on first is Reed. The 1 on second is Hartman as the 2-2 pitch popped up out of play over the press box to keep the count at 2 apiece. Bub steps back into the box as Girardin got a new ball. Steps on the rubber on top of the mound. The 2-2 pitch from Peyton Girardin to Rally Bub is low and away for ball 3.
3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be on the move.
Tough situation for North Berkeley. An opportunity here for Berkeley Post.
WVU Medicine is pleased to announce.
Or just get a runner on. Here comes the payoff pitch from Peyton Girardin. And it's fouled over into third base side and out of play. So that goes into the Hornets bullpen, which not sure if there's any action over there or if it's just some stretching going on.
If it was any action, I was told it would be Caleb Fletcher coming in to close tonight.
See somebody. I think it might be DeLauder, just in case something goes crazy. As the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. Stotler picks it up, his throw to first to end the inning. So 2 runners left stranded. It remains 5-0 as we head on to the 6th after this 1-minute break. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
As we head to the 6th inning, as due up for the North Berkeley Knights will be the 2-3-4 batters in Compton, Brown, and Wolf.
Now batting number 42, Caden Compton.
Caden Compton 0 for 2 today. Hit into the 4-6-3 double play in the first, and then popped out in foul territory to Jackson Ruest to end the third as he lets the first pitch go by. It's called a strike, or did they say he went around?
Yeah, check swing.
Okay. Wasn't sure if he was able to hold the bat back initially, as this one called a strike for sure. It's an 0-2 count now to Compton. Stoudemire working quickly and working well out on the mound for the Hornets as the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss for Compton for a 3-pitch strikeout.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
So that's now the 7th K of the evening for Braden Stoudemire against the Knights of North Berkeley. Brings up Noah Brown.
Hit by pitch last time, correct?
Yes. The pitch. Fastball high for a ball. Yep, he was hit by a pitch, and then Stoudemire responded with striking out the next 3 batters as this breaking ball catches the inside part of the plate to even the count up at 1-1.
That might have been the best curveball he's thrown all night, and he's thrown some good one. That one was filthy.
1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2. Winner of this one plays at 5 o'clock tomorrow in the championship, has winner's advantage of having 2 games to have to be defeated to not be champion, as this one misses inside for ball 3.
And I think the more important thing is that it guarantees the winner a chance to go to state.
This one a fly ball to right field, tough play for Cam Moore, he dives, makes the catch.
Tremendous play by Cam Moore. Almost looked like it was kind of happening in slow motion for us as he was running over and the ball was hanging up, and just a tremendous job by Cam Moore in right field. And that's not the first diving catch we've seen him make in right field, and as the playoffs go on, I'm not sure it'll be the last.
He was over more towards right center, but that one was down the line and he was able to get there as a ground ball by Wolf hits the backside of Stoudemire. He's able to track it down, throw to Ruest at first as another 3-up, 3-down inning for North Berkeley here in the top of the 6th. It remains 5-0. Berkeley post 14 on top. We head to the bottom of the 6th. After this 1-minute break, you're tuned in to American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Herndon, Buber, Ruiz, the 6, 7, 8 batters, due up for Berkeley post 14. Unless we have some changes here looking down below, it looks like we might.
Looks like Griffin Horowitz has a bat. Herndon still has a bat, so he will hit. I think...
Trying to see who that is sitting down. It's still Jackson, so I think if Finn's coming in, it might be for Sifford. Which then means we'll see some even more changes. Yeah, it could be Buber. Yeah.
Which then we'd have to figure out who's going to play second because Buber cannot re-enter. But it does look like we have action in the bullpen, so Fletcher may be going to close it down. And then in that case, you would
think that might be Bohr, too, that I might potentially see through there.
Yeah.
I see the flow, and I think that's a number 3 I see.
It is a lefty.
Let's look back at the action as Chase Herndon gets ready to go against Peyton Girardin. Pitch from Girardin. First pitch swinging. It's fouled off by Herndon into the net right behind home plate for strike 1.
Herndon's 2 for 2 tonight with an RBI. Did get caught stealing there at second on the cut play by the first baseman, Everhart, that gunned him down at second.
It's the 0-1 delivery. Misses low for a ball to Herndon. So it looks like Horowitz is on deck, so he will be pinch hitting for Buber. Which means next inning we'll have some changes. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Girardin. Grounded foul down the first baseline for strike 2. Girardin gets a new ball. That one recovered. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Herndon. Pitch from Girardin. Line foul and into the batting cage area. Keep the count at 1-2.
Where Potomac Valley's up there getting their swings, getting ready to take on the loser of this game at 7 o'clock, 7:30, an elimination game.
1-2 pitch. That one fouled off, this time on the first base side as that had some distance.
It shows the ability to use both fields, so to say.
1 way left, 1 way right now. Girardin still with the 1-2 count here to Chase Herndon. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside for ball 2.
You know, you got to give credit to Girardin. He's came in and done a nice job. He's held post 14 down for the most part.
1 ball, 2 strikes as this one a fly ball to center field, backing up Scannell. He makes the catch just before the warning track for out number 1. You're right. Taking a look at his stat line so far, 3 innings so far for Peyton Girardin, only giving up 2 hits, no runs, strikeout and a walk.
Yeah, because the run that scored was given to our starting pitcher, Montgomery.
Yep. Brandon Montgomery was tacked on with that because it was Reed who had the single before he was pulled for Girardin. So now at the bat is Finn Horowitz as the pitch from Girardin at the knees of Horowitz for strike 1. So he's done his job, but unfortunately probably won't get to go if they have to play the next game, which right now it looks like they will, as big swing and a miss from Horowitz for strike 2. So not sure who the Knights have for the game against Potomac Valley. The 0-2 pitch. high for a ball, because yesterday you had Everhart go 6 innings and then Gerard in for 1 inning.
I think they have Ian Wolf available, Pence, maybe Gage Gano.
This one fouled almost through the net towards Dylan, but just missed to his left. Keeps the count at 1-2 for Finn. Oh. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, it's 5-0. Post 14 leads post 60 as this pitch from Gerard and high to Horowitz for ball 2. Jackson Ruest on deck for the Hornets as Gerardin sets on the rubber for the 2-2 pitch to Griffin Horowitz. This one, fly ball to left field. It's shallow. Shortstop making the catch. Noah Brown for the out.
I think if you're manager Tobin, you're preaching your guys stop hitting it in the air as they continue to make soft contact here through the last 3 innings.
So far, only 5 hits in total with the 5 runs, as Ruest now up to bat. It's the pitch from Gerardin. High for a ball.
Still a 5-run lead, still 3 outs to get. You know, get yourself in that championship game and guarantee a trip to the state tournament.
1-0 pitch, low for ball 2 to Jackson.
I think being in that dugout enough and talking to those guys enough, they have goals, and I think they have a bigger goal than the area championship, although you have to win that one first to get the state one.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch from Gerardin to Ruest is fouled off into the brick behind home plate. The count now 2-1. Jackson, left-handed batter, had the sacrifice fly to center's first time up, and then the foul ball caught by the third baseman, Pence, in the 4th. The 2-1 pitch from Gerardin, fouled into the net. The count now 2-2. So 2 pitches where it looks like the timing's right, it's just underneath.
Yeah, he's right on it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gerardin sets the kick and the delivery to Ruest inside for ball 3 as Ruest had to shuffle back, so that couldn't hit him in the legs.
Post 14 just looking to get a base runner.
Gerardin sets. Here's the payoff pitch to Jackson Ruest, and it's a fly ball to left field. Gano in left center makes the catch to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 6th. Goes Berkeley post 14. We head to the 7th after this 1-minute break where it's the Hornets 5, the Knights nothing. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously, with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today. Welcome back as we head to the top of the 7th as the post 60 North Berkeley Knights are down to their final 3 outs. Last half inning we saw Finn Horowitz check in pitch hitting, so we thought maybe we'd see some other changes here, but that's it. Only Finn Horowitz going in at second for Buber as a like what Braden Stoudemire has done out on the mound so far, and I'll let him try to go the distance.
Yeah, a little speculation there about maybe they were going to bring in somebody else to throw the 7th, but I mean, I like it. I mean, he's done a great job all day today. He wanted the ball, he got the ball, and I think you let him finish what he started. I don't have his pitch count on me right now, but I would assume he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, don't see it yet pulled up here on Game Changer, but he gets to face Everhart, and the first pitch to Everhart breaks in for strike 1 as it's the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. 1 pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 2 by Everhart. Looks like he's now at 84 pitches.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
It's the 85th pitch. At the knees, called strike 3 as Everhart goes down looking for out number 1.
And his velocity looks like it was the same velocity as we saw in the first inning, so he has not gotten any weaker as the games went.
8th punch out of the day for Stoudemire. It's now Peyton Girardin up to bat. First pitch inside for a ball to Girardin. Stoudemire saying something to Sifford. Trying to figure out maybe either a new baseball or just a signal.
Not sure.
Yeah, wasn't sure what he was saying as the pitch. A fastball misses outside for ball 2 to Girardin now.
And if I'm Sifford, I'm telling him, listen, we're 2 outs away. Just throw the sign I put down and let's go.
Girardin steps back into the box. 2-0 pitch. On the inside corner, called a strike to Girardin to make the count 2-1. It's 5-0. Berkeley post 14 leads post 60 North Berkeley as a big swing and a miss as Girardin went chasing after that one. Count now 2-2.
Looks like he'll call timeout and go down and talk to his third base coach. Probably more just a little bit to break the rhythm of Stoudemire.
Stoudemire now just going to play pitch and catch with Sifford waiting for.
As I'm not sure if he's allowed
Girardin
to do that off
back.
the mound. I think if he's going to throw, he has to step off the mound, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
All the way off or just off the rubber?
I think you have to be all the way off.
No harm done as this one misses high for ball 3.
But I'm guessing I'm wrong because
nobody said anything.
You got a veteran umpire crew out there, and they would know better than I would.
It's the 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul over to the first base dugout to keep it full. Jackson, because of the slants of the turf, kind of saw it from the first base coach's box start to roll towards foul territory, so he was going to wait just to see if something crazy would happen.
I've seen about 100 games since this turf's been put in. Not one time have I seen it roll back.
3-2 pitch popped up into foul territory over towards that first base coach's box, and Ruest will make the catch for out number 2.
As post 14 is 1 out away from advancing to the area championship tomorrow.
Number 13,
Chris French up the bat. He steps in. Saw him with a solid second half of the season for Hedgesville as the first pitch. He fouls off over the press box for a strike.
Yeah, he played a real nice second base for him and got himself in the lineup. I believe he hit the 7th or 8th. And
yep, 7th spot was his favorite, and he's 7th today.
Was definitely a spark.
The 0-1 pitch breaks in for strike 2, so now the Knights down to their final strike, potentially.
I think he liked that one.
No balls, 2 strikes. Stoudemire sets the delivery. Fastball called strike 3. Down goes French to end the game. The 9th strikeout gets the win for Berkeley Post 14 over North Berkeley Post 60. And some chirping afterwards between home plate umpire and manager and Everhart. So we'll see if that carries over into next game, as due to the loss, North Berkeley has to play again here against Potomac Valley Post 64. But your final score here, 5-0. Berkeley Post 14 gets the win over the North Berkeley Knights of Post 60. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break so that on the other side we can get our post-game show already, and maybe some interviews as well. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, Go Bulldogs. Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore, D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the post-game show. So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back as we head to the post-game show now, as your final score: Berkeley Post 14-5, Post 60 North Berkeley Knights nothing. As Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, alongside me is Martinsburg baseball head coach Aaron Byler. Dylan Bishop's our cameraman. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuy, as Dylan trying to track down Trip Tobin, see if he can come up here for a post-game interview, as a Braden Stoudemire as well, if we can get him. But first they need to clear everything out of their dugout so that Potomac Valley can step in there and get ready for the elimination game between Post 64 and Post 60.
Yeah, I think when you recap the game, I think if you get to talk to manager Tobin, he's going to tell you that he's not going to be happy with the little law there. The offense went in through the middle part of the order, but I mean, it doesn't matter how good of a hitting team you are, or the how talented your dugout is. You're playing in a meaningful game against likely opponents that I don't think anyone expected this to be just to come in here and dominate them. Although 5-0 kind of felt like 10-0 the way Stoudemire was throwing there, but I think he's going to be happy with the result. I think at this point it's just advance. Like I said earlier, their goal is, as much as they want to win the area tournament, I think they have bigger goals in mind, and this was just step one in the process.
So let's get ready here for Trip Tobin to join us as the Hornets pick up the 5-0 win over the North Berkeley Knights, get to automatically advance to a state tournament as well as tomorrow's area championship. So once we get Trip all set up here, Trip, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, you sound good for us as well. Your team goes out and gets the shutout today, and it was all on the mound there for Braden Stoudemire with a great start going the complete game.
Yeah, he was dominant out there. Got ahead of hitters, 3 pitches he could throw for strikes. Felt good out there, and he just took it serious and job at hand. And it's that time of year where you have to just give him the baseball and tell him to go until they can't go no more. And, he was up there getting close to 90-some pitches. Had a couple guys loosening up over there, but he got it done. Wiggled out of that one inning where he got the bloop single, and after that he cruised.
Any thought of going to the bullpen and letting a guy like Fletcher throw the 7th, or Did you Stoudemire was just throwing the ball so well that you just wanted? I think he was only at 84 pitches to start that inning. So was that in your mind, or were you just going to let him go?
Yeah, Fletcher was over there loose. He started stretching there in the bottom of the fifth. Started tossing a little bit in the sixth. He just kept going, and Stoudemire wanted the baseball. And when the kids, it's really hard to do that to him. And he just went out there and showed in the seventh inning why he wanted to go back out there. So, but yeah, any sign of trouble or he gets that 100 pitch mark, we had Fletcher there ready to go to finish it off, but didn't need him. So we only used one arm, and we got a game to go. We got to be beat twice now. So Lane DeLauder came in, third bullpen. I think he's going to get one of those games tomorrow, and the rest of our guys, Buber and Myers, and all of our starters, Horowitz ready to throw. I think we're good to go.
Offensively, your team still showed out, maybe not in the amount of runs for the firepower, but for sure with 2 home runs coming from Cam Moore as well as Landon Sifford going yard today.
Yeah, I'd like to see us hit the ball better, actually. The home runs, they cleared the bases, resets the inning, doubles, singles, doubles, triples, keep the chaos on the base paths. After the home runs, they were able to, keep us off the scoreboard, and that's a little bit concerning considering, this team, lives on, offense a lot of times. But today it was pitching, so, and defense was really good. Nice play at short, nice play in right field, so, we had enough offense to get it done, and the pitching and the defense are on point. So, hopefully, I'm not worried about the bats. I know they'll come around.
Yeah, we talked. Colin and I talked. You only had 1 hit there after the 3rd inning, so I figured you were, pressing a little bit as everything seemed to be like, soft contact and stuff like that. But, I think if you've been around baseball long enough, you play these games, and even though you probably were the overwhelming, favorite. That doesn't necessarily go that way when you get into playoff baseball. But just talk a little bit about where you think your team is now and how their focus is moving forward. You're automatically, going to go to the state tournament next week, and it's my humble opinion that you have a great chance to not only win the area but to win the state championship. And that might be putting a little too much pressure on these guys. But I think that if you sat down and look at it, I think that's got to be in your mind too.
Yeah, I think we have enough pitching depth to go through a tournament like that, and I think that's what's big. And, of course, our bats, can do damage, and, our defense has been pretty tight. So we do have, the 3 parts of the game that and then we have some baseball IQ with some of these guys out here as well. So, the 4th part of the game, we certainly can put it all together, and we can beat a team 18-0 one night, or we can put, get them on and get them over and get them in baseball as well. So, I just think that these guys, they came out today, and I was proud. There's a whole different attitude as to when we came out here and played in the doubleheader last week. They went in the cage, turned the music on. They were looser, but they were locked in. They got out here. You could see the focus, and they took what they give them. A couple of times we offered for bad pitches, but the slower velo kind of gets you on your front foot and swing the bad pitches. But we did a pretty good job of staying back, and I'm not real concerned about the offense, but. I'm just really glad the pitchers are here throwing more. Boer, Myers, DeLauder out back throwing, getting ready. Fletcher's out there throwing. Those guys want to be ready. Buber's going to be ready. So that's my, pitching is huge, and that's our folks. Our defense and offense will get us through a tournament, and our depth of arms will get us through a tournament. But we have to, limit the free 90s, and that's what we have to do.
Alrighty, Triv. Thank you. Congrats on the win. We'll swap you out now with Braden Stoudemire. So here we go as Braden. Congrats on the win. You went complete game out there on the mound, absolutely dominating in the 7 innings, only giving up 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, and no walks. You were trying to work quickly out there. How were you feeling out there today?
I felt good. I tried to keep the pace, and they started trying to slow me down, and that wasn't working either. But I got a hit early with off speed. I got them late with the fastball, and they started to struggle with it, and I recognized it early and just kept with it.
I think as a pitcher, and someone who also plays the middle a little bit, you like a pitcher that works quickly, kind of like you do, and I think your defense really played well behind you. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I keep my pace up, I definitely feel like the guys stay more engaged in the game, and it keeps them ready. So I had Riley Bob over there at third make a lot of good plays on some slow rollers. I had Carson Bieber make a great double play up the middle. I always know that my guys are behind me. Cam Moore making a dive and playing right, all huge, and I love them for it, that's for sure.
There in the first inning, it kind of looked like early on maybe your control of the fastball wasn't there, but your curveball was, and once you fully got settled in, it became a true 1-2 punch. Just talk about, I guess, your arsenal there and how it was on point today.
Yeah, I felt that I didn't have the fastball early, so I kept on getting it. I got the get-me-over slider, kept on throwing that over the plate, and then once I started getting my fastball later on, if I missed high, I'd come back with a curveball 12-6, get their eyes going. The slider just fooled them after I throw a slider, then go back with the inside fastball, It just keeps them guessing and backing off the plate.
No, I thought you did a great job mixing pitches, and you talk about that get-me-over slider, and I think you got to give a lot of your credit, too, to your catcher, Landon Sifford, who I thought bought you some low strikes. I thought bought you some outside strikes. I thought he called a nice game, and I think the battery of you two just worked really well today.
I completely agree. He did a great job back there today. He always works hard for me, and I love it.
Talk a little bit about moving forward. You got the area championship tomorrow against the winner of Potomac Valley and in North Berkeley, and you're automatically going to the state championship. Just talk a little bit about where you think this team is this year, maybe compared to last year, and what your goals are.
I think we are definitely taking this a bit more serious this year versus last year. Everyone came today with a different mindset than what we normally had during the regular season games. Like, everyone wanted to get in there and give it to them. We didn't want to have no 6-5 game again. We wanted to really give it to them. Our offense struggled a little bit today, but I don't see that being a problem in the future. I see us getting back on it and doing post 14. So I think we're going to go down there, get ahead early hopefully, and show people what we got.
All right, Braden, congrats on the win. We'll let you go rest up for tomorrow's game and continue our post-game show now here with some stats. And first for North Berkeley Knights offense, as it was Landon Pence leading off. He had a hit in his 3 at-bats. Compton with an 0-for-3 day and a strikeout. Brown an 0-for-2 day with his at-bats. Wolf had 2 strikeouts in his 0-for-3 day. Everhart an 0-for-2 day with 2 strikeouts. Girardin an 0-for-3 day with a strikeout. French a 1-for-3 day with a strikeout. Stotler an 0-for-2 day, and then Gano a 1-for-2 day with a strikeout, as well as North Berkeley Knights go no runs, 3 hits to 1 error, and had 4 left on base. The pitching stats for post 60 now, as Brandon Montgomery takes the loss. He went 2 innings, giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and then Girardin came in, pitched 4 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, the 1 walk, and the 1 strikeout. Now for the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, 0-for-2 day at the plate for Bailey, but he did have a walk. Hartman the 1-for-3 day. Reed a 1-for-1 day with a run and a walk. Moore a 1-for-3 day with 2 runs and 2 RBIs with his home run. Bubb an 0-for-3 day with a strikeout. Herndon a 2-for-3 day with an RBI and a run. Boober an 0-for-1 day with a walk. Horowitz an 0-for-1 day as well. Jackson Ruest an 0-for-3 day, however, he had the sac fly, so he gets an RBI. And then Sifford with a 1-for-2 day with a run, and then the RBI because of his home run. It was 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, with 3 left on base for Berkeley Post 14. And then again, Stoudemire getting the win, going the 7 innings, 95 pitches, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 9 strikeouts for him. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, it will be Berkeley Post 14 in the championship game against the winner of this elimination game between North Berkeley Post 60 and Potomac Valley Post 64. You'll have to see who it is that the Hornets play by tuning into tomorrow's Sports Mix as we wrap things up here at P.O. Faulkner Park. For Spencer Dupuis back at the studio, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, as well as Aaron Byler, thank you so much for helping us out today as well as tomorrow. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off again. Your final score, Berkeley Post 14-5, Post 60 North Berkeley nothing. This has been American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great rest of your day.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.